Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. Congratulations. You guys just keep crushing it over there at the stores, and just amazing how much domination I'm seeing out of your group, whether it be new car sales, new leadership techniques, training as a team. You guys got it all going on. You should be very proud.
Thanks, Sean.
So, Scott, you and the Mohawk team have been with us for a long time. I think since about 2018, we've had a couple bumps or pauses along the way, but could you kind of describe what our relationship is? And do you see our relationship as a vendor or a true partner?
No, I would say it's definitely more of a partnership. I mean, with both parties bringing ideas to the table and being supportive and everything like that. I mean, just a few weeks ago, Eric, your VP of SEO, drove all the way out here from Rochester to participate in our foundation golf tournament that we do every year. And, you guys are definitely great partners of the dealership.
Thank you. And currently the Mohawk, you guys use for new, for used, for fixed ops, paid search, SEO, and Google Business Profile. How's it been combining all those together? Do you see the efficiency of working with one vendor in all those areas?
Oh yeah, 100%. It makes things a lot easier because you're not trying to go through and, chase around multiple people when there's an issue. And, also having all of those connected just makes for a better branding strategy overall, because we can have a coordinated, almost omni-channel message across them.
Awesome. How would you describe Dealer Teamwork services, and what do you think makes Dealer Teamwork unique?
I mean, I think the most unique thing is the power that you guys utilize of automation without too much automation. So it still requires our input and our involvement and lets us be involved with everything. And but meanwhile, also having the ability to tweak things on the fly, and the amount of time that it saves me with building specials to be able to just go on and change those all at once, as opposed to having to rely on a website company or a graphic designer to turn those around. And programs come out on the 1st of the month, and then next thing you know, by the time all the graphics are designed, you're not going live till the 5th of the month. This enables us, as soon as we have those programs, to have them live on the website. And that speed to market, I think, has been one of the keys in our strategy.
So that real-time element is a tremendous advantage, and you guys are tweaking things constantly, which is a great thing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I think being able to modify things in real time, especially if there's, let's say, a pricing issue or something like that, being able to fix it in real time and not having to worry about feeds and all that kind of stuff, and having it all connected to our advertising and everything. And that seamless integration works very well.
Does that help, obviously, with the seamless and the real time? That helps make it easier so you can focus on working in the store, not the SEO and SEM and paid search and pricing and offers. That makes it a lot easier.
Exactly.
With automation.
Yeah, it makes it easier with that. And, just the ability to, if I'm not at the dealership and there's something I got to change, the ability to just log in on my phone and change it and not have to worry about being at a computer and that kind of thing. It just makes my life a lot easier.
Awesome. And how would you describe our support structure, Scott? You've got a couple really experienced ones. Obviously, you can call me and Eric anytime, but your overall regular support people, how often do you talk to them, and what do you think of their capabilities?
I mean, I think it's great. We've got Sebastian handling all the search side of things for us, and he's been on our account pretty much the entire time we've been with you. And then, Casey, we just got recently, but she's been great. She brings a lot of experience to the table, and we meet every 2 weeks. We have a standing meeting on Wednesdays. And, if there's anything in between, I can always reach out to her. I know, with Eric, we always talk about what's going on with SEO and everything like that. But, very, very communicative. And, there's no kind of, gatekeepers or anything like that. Like if I need something and I can't get an answer right away, I know I can text you or Eric and, have that handled right away.
Awesome. Scott, why do you think other dealers should use Dealer Teamwork as long as they're not direct competitors of yours?
I mean, if they're not in our market, I mean, I would say, like I said earlier, the speed to market is something that's paramount. But then to be able to have all your marketing connected and kind of working it out of one spot, I think is definitely a game changer. And being able to have the people in place, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the majority of your staff all has dealership experience. And, that's something that you don't find at a lot of agencies, to be able to say, hey, what do you think about this? And have them actually have the practical experience to have a conversation about it. And, the willingness to try new things on your guys' end and that kind of thing. I mean, there's been a couple people that, I've introduced you to that we use as vendors that, I know you guys are, working on partnerships with, and just being able to have that open-minded attitude when it comes to working with other companies and that kind of thing. And just making things easy. I mean, just last week we were talking, and, with offline conversions for Facebook, I was talking to Casey about it, and we were able to get it set up so that I can upload those on my end, and then you guys can access them right through Facebook. So we don't have to worry with all the new privacy rules coming out about sending data back and forth and, any kind of data leaks. So just figuring out creative ways to make things happen. And, I find that a lot of vendors these days are not open to that.
Scott, you're always pushing the envelope. You're always looking for new opportunities. I think it's one of your strongest traits besides just being a great human being. If we were working together, I love how curious you are and how you're always tweaking and testing things. Usually we hear a conversation with you, and a couple of weeks later, there's some forum somewhere where someone started to talk about the same stuff. So either you're on a lot of them, or a lot of people pay attention to what you're saying, one or the other. So as a long-term partner, and loyalty, I think that goes a long way. And I want to say, first of all, thank you for that. But you get a lot of people calling you all the time, trying to selling you the next newest widget or make your life easier. If you were to see, what should Dealer Teamwork build next? What is the next widget, or what's the next element that you and your team believe is going to be a differentiator, or you should see us trying to wander in the waters to help solve with you?
I mean, I think a lot of it, around the new GLBA privacy laws that go into effect for automotive at the beginning of next year is going to be, okay, how do we leverage the data with still being compliant? And then, and one thing that I've talked to Eric a little bit about is, figuring out a way to where we can get that offline attribution and have that data and pass that back and forth, but upload it and have it maintained in a way that's still compliant, so we can still use it for targeting, but also make it so nobody gets in trouble.
Yeah, we're definitely with you. First party data is the key. We got to learn in a cookieless world how this is all going to work and connect it, but still give customers, the customer journey the way they want it, the right message on the right channel at the right time. Otherwise, we'll just, we'll upset them and they'll run off some other direction. So what else, Scott, what do you think? I'll put you on the spot here. If we're having this conversation, we look at it a year from now, what do you think is going to be the next big thing in automotive? Is it video? Is it more digital retailing? Is it just getting back to basics? What do you think the big thing is the next probably year or so?
I mean, I think one of the biggest things is figuring out the way to meet customers where they want to transact business. I don't think that it's, shifting everything to digital retailing or shifting everything away from digital retailing. I think it's having all of those marketing channels open and being able to meet customers where they want to be met. And you're going to have those customers that are going to want to do everything online. But, from what I see, I think the majority of the customers still want that personal involvement with the experience, and they still want to have their people that they go to, and they still want to have that personal experience to where they have a person that they've met, that they know, that they can call when they need something, and not just somebody on the other end of an email. But, as we move forward, I think, it's going to be all about customer experience. Because, in an age right now where everybody's selling everything at, MSRP or over, I think that experience is the new best price.
I agree with you. Relationships still mean a lot. I know there's a lot of things we're trying to shortcut, but some stuff, it doesn't make sense to shortcut. And every time we try to do it, the customer feels it. At the end of the day, it's all about trust and a relationship. And that's one of the reasons why I think you guys are so successful, is you take the time to listen to your customers' needs. What do you see Dealer Teamwork being able to do? More content on the pages, more unique content, more personalized offers, more video, those types of things being run through the MPOP platform. As you know, we're adding OTT and CTV offerings, and we're going to use first party data to kind of hone in on what audiences are the best, so we don't put the wrong message at the wrong time, and we don't create wasteful spending.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's definitely the way forward. And I think it's, along the lines of wasteful spending is, as more and more stuff becomes available, being able to get attribution on that OTT and the different CTV advertising and stuff like that is something that is super important, not only to me, but to everybody else. There's a partner that, I've introduced you and Eric to, that I know you guys have talked to quite a bit, that we use, where we can, you can upload lists, and, we track back to not only sales, but leads and showroom visits that were exposed to our advertising. And it just allows you to see that it works. And if you can match that back to it the same way you do with, Facebook and other sources, and actually prove that it's working, you can be more strategic about how you're spending money. And like we're doing now with our SEO strategy with you guys, we're working on SEO and getting everything ranking so that eventually we can dial back paid search and have less money going out in advertising, but just have it be more effective.
Awesome. I completely agree. And yes, that's exactly the goal. One of the reasons why we were a little bit late to the party on OTT, CTV was we didn't see the attribution. So without that, it was hard to justify moving lots of dollars across from campaigns that we could see attribution, and we could see how it's affecting moving the sales needle each and every day or fixed ops. So I couldn't agree with you more. Well, Scott, I really appreciate it. I love one thing. Would you give me a little bit of a testimonial for dealer teamwork? If you're a dealer out there sitting back and you got 12 vendors to choose from in your OEM program, why dealer teamwork, and what do you think makes it stand out primarily?
I mean, I think it's the automation. I think it's the fact that you can be as involved as little or as much as you want with your process, and it'll still work. So if you've got the stores that don't necessarily have somebody that handles the marketing, and they just want to say, hey, here's my strategy, here's what I want to do this month, and just kind of let it go, they can turn on your cruise control feature, let the specials populate, let all the leases and everything populate and go. Or dealers that, are involved like we are, where we want to go in and create our own specials, and we want to go in and make modifications to pages and have bi-weekly meetings. You guys kind of capture all of that there. And I think it's as close to a turnkey solution without being completely turnkey to the point where you're taking that experience away from the customer, where everything is just so robotic that it doesn't look like a human is actually involved at all.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. And again, we've had a long run. I've learned so much from you guys. To the whole Mohawk team, 2 thumbs up. Amazing job. Please keep it up. Scott, congratulations on all your success, and thank you for being a great human and a great customer.
No problem. Thank you, Sean. Thanks for being a great partner.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.